You are not a fraud. You are not just lucky. But why do you still feel like you're one mistake away from being exposed? Why does every success feel like an accident instead of proof of your abilities? Imposter syndrome is not just self-doubt. It's a mental trap that keeps you from owning your success. Let's break that cycle and rewrite the story. So, imposter syndrome. It's that nagging little voice in your head that whispers, "You're a total fraud, and any minute now everyone's gonna figure it out." And no, this isn't just a quirky personality trait. It's a full-blown psychological phenomenon. First coined in 1978 by psychologists Pauline, Clance, and Suzanne Imes, imposter syndrome is the chronic belief that your success isn't real, that you just got lucky, fooled everyone, or rode a wave of circumstances instead of actually earning your achievements. And here's the kicker. It doesn't just affect newbies or underqualified folks. Nope. CEOs, doctors, artists, students, heck, even award-winning geniuses have felt like they're one bad day away from being exposed. Why? Because the brain loves playing cruel little games fueled by perfectionism, low self-esteem, and good old cognitive biases. You ace a project? Anyone could have done that. You mess up once? See? You never belonged here. This kind of thinking doesn't just mess with your head. It can lead to stress, burnout, and a deep fear of stepping outside your comfort zone. A major culprit is attribution bias, the mental glitch that makes you credit luck or outside help for your wins while taking full responsibility for every failure. It's like your brain is running a 24/7 smear campaign against you. And let's not forget childhood influences. Growing up in an environment where praise was conditional or where comparisons to others were constant can wire you to believe you'll never be good enough. Over time, success stops feeling like proof of your abilities and starts feeling like borrowed time before someone yanks away your fraudulent achievements. And the worst part? Imposter syndrome doesn't just live in your head. It affects everything. Overworking yourself to prove you belong? Classic. Avoiding new challenges because failure would confirm your worst fears? Yep. Feeling unworthy of praise and brushing off compliments like they're hot potatoes? Absolutely. It can even strain relationships, because if you don't believe in your own worth, it's hard to accept that others truly value you either. And the irony? The people struggling with imposter syndrome the most are usually the ones working the hardest. It's like running a marathon and convincing yourself that if you stop, everyone will realize you shouldn't have been in the race to begin with. But imposter syndrome isn't just an internal battle. It's also fueled by the world around us. Society loves a good underdog story, but also sets impossible standards, making confidence feel like arrogance and struggle feel like failure. Certain groups, women in male-dominated fields, first-generation college students, people from underrepresented backgrounds, often face an extra layer of systemic doubt that makes imposter syndrome even worse. And social media? Oh, that just fuels the fire, giving us front row seats to everyone else's highlight reel while we sit backstage in our personal blooper reel. It's hard to feel competent when it looks like everyone else is effortlessly thriving. But here's the truth, most people are just really good at curating their success. So, how do we shut this down? First, recognize imposter syndrome for what it is, a bad mental habit, not a reflection of reality. Start questioning that inner critic instead of treating it like the voice of reason. If you wouldn't say it to a friend, why accept it as truth about yourself? Second, reframe your thinking. Replace "I don't deserve this" with "I worked hard and earned this." Keep a success journal, a record of every win, compliment, and moment of pride to remind yourself that your achievements aren't accidents. And talk about it. Imposter syndrome thrives in secrecy, but once you realize how many successful people feel the same way, it loses its power. Also, newsflash, no one knows what they're doing all the time. The difference between those who succeed and those who get stuck? One group pushes forward despite self-doubt. At the end of the day, the goal isn't to eliminate self-doubt completely. That's impossible. The goal is to stop letting it control you. Growth happens outside your comfort zone, and if imposter syndrome is showing up, it probably means you're challenging yourself in ways that matter. Learn to acknowledge the fear but move forward anyway. Because guess what? If you were truly an imposter, you wouldn't be worrying about it in the first place. I'll leave you to discuss in the comments. Have you ever felt like an imposter? And how do you handle it? You can support us by subscribing if you haven't already. Take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones, and I'll catch you soon in another video.